Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. Ooh, as you can see, I have an array of stuff on my desk today. So we're just going to start anywhere, right? Now, I know that when you're seeing this, it is June 2nd. Now, do I have my June journal ready? Nope, I do not. I still have not even finished journaling in my May journal. Oh my heavens. So I printed out some stuff this morning, and yeah, so this is going to kind of be like a clean off the desk and stuff the journal and show you things that I'm working on and all of the things, right? All of the things. Oh my heavens. Yeah, I have not done any decorating since last week or at the beginning of this week. Was that right? Yeah. Okay, so a week ago Monday was Memorial Day, and I have not done anything in here since then. I've decorated these pages back here. I'm not really sure um if I've even filmed a journal with me. Yeah. I've had a lot in the queue, but I think I only have one more journal with me left in the queue. So I do need to, film some more for you guys if you don't mind. I don't remember if I had done these or not on film. I can't remember. Okay, yeah. So, did I tell you guys last time? Yeah, I guess I did, because I would have filmed this Sunday here. Yeah, I did receive clear scans. Oh, and in other good news, um Friday, this past Friday was my last day with targeted drug therapy. Yes, the oral chemo that I was doing. So I'm super excited to start feeling better soon. Yes, I think it takes like 2 days or a week to get the medicine out of my system and all that. And yeah, so plans moving ahead with the whole, cancer deal is that I still go in every 3 months for scans, and I will for some time. Probably like the next year, I guess. Yeah, I went to the dermatologist and all was good there, so that's good. And then my dermatologist told me that we can extend my visits to 6 months, so that's great news. So yeah, everything's going well. Everything's going well. I did feel a bit puny this past week though. Like, yeah. I think I experienced like Thursday night or Friday morning, I experienced like my whole fever thing. I did not check my fever because I was not willing to stop my medication on the very last day I was taking it. So I muddled through, and it's all good. So there's all that. So yeah, we're just gonna, well, let's start with this over here. This right here. I've got to work on this. Now, if you guys remember, I started this. Oh my gosh, it's a baby blanket. I started it like a year ago, probably. And it was because in the old neighborhood that we used to live in, they're on their Facebook thing, whatever, like neighborhood Facebook group. Someone had posted that they had several skeins of yarn that they were getting rid of. And I thought, oh, sure. I mean, if they're giving it away, that's fine. I did not know that my daughter in law was pregnant at the time, uh, or anything like that, right? But I thought, free yarn, yes, please. So I went and picked it up, and and it was all in variations of pink, right? And I thought, what could I possibly crochet, that's quick, easy, blah blah blah. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll just start doing a baby blanket, for no reason at all. It wasn't for either one of, my daughter-in-law or my daughter. It wasn't specifically, for anybody. And then, of course, at the end of last year, my daughter-in-law, they told us that they were pregnant, and so I thought, okay, perfect. And then when we found out that she was pregnant with a girl, then it was even more perfect, right? So what I'm working on here is doing the whatever this is called, the border, right? So I'm doing like a fan or a shell or whatever. I'm just checking to make sure. You guys are really high up today. So I'm just checking to make sure. Um, yeah, so I'm putting the border on it now, and then it will be all finished. And it looks like this. Yeah, all striped. It's a very easy pattern. It's just double crochet with granny. Is that right? Yeah, with a granny stitch and then repeating, right? So it worked out perfectly. It's going to be a great size for her. And so, yeah, I've got to finish this today because, so I'll put this aside. I've got to finish it today because we are going to be going over to their house. We're going to take some pizza over and have yummy pizza with them while they open their baby shower gifts, right? So, yesterday they had their baby shower and it was a lot of fun and they had a good turnout. And yeah, it was just really sweet. It was a very sweet, sweet thing. So, this is again, you guys are way high up. So there's like some of the food and stuff. There's the four of us, and there's all of us. So yeah, finally got some pictures. So let me get my little thing out here, and I'll cut these up. And yes, it was on the 31st. So yeah, so it was really nice, really really nice. They got the food from. Oh, do I have that here? Dag nabbed. Hmm. It's here somewhere. Okay, I have a business card for where he got the food from. And it is a Sonoran restaurant here in town. So it was really good. They had like street tacos. So yummy. So yummy. So let's see. This was on the 30. Oh, there it is right there. They have tacos, doggos, and bakery. I love Sonoran hot dogs. Oh my gosh. If you remember, we had them uh for New Year's, and I told everyone, I'm like, we have to make this, like what's it called? A tradition, right? Because they are so delicious, okay? So that goes in there. And so yeah, so anyway, yesterday like they did fun games, silly games, the whole bit. And it was a lot of fun seeing all their friends from work and meeting people, from their work and stuff like that. And but they didn't open gifts, right? So we're gonna go over there today with some pizza and some bean dip and celebrate with them again as they open their gifts and things like that. So that was fun. And then this here are my cucumber plants. Oh my goodness, you guys. You guys. There you have it, right? I was so excited. I saw the first flower earlier this week, and then yesterday, I think it was, I went out in the first tendril. Oh my gosh, on the little cage. Yeah, I had put a little cage up for them to grow on, and it's really the only thing in my garden that's doing stupendous, right? So yeah, I was so excited to see that tendril. And it's just so interesting. It's amazing God's creation, right? It's amazing. Because I'm thinking to myself, they're growing at night, while I'm sleeping. And I'm thinking they send out this tendril, and what does the tendril do? Does it just kind of like meander around during the night and try to find a place to anchor itself to? It's just amazing to me how the plant knows how to do this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just corny. I don't know. But I thought that it was super, super cool. So, yes. And I'm learning so much about gardening and plants and all that. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah. And then at first, like when I saw the tendril, let's see, I think was yesterday. When was it? First tendrils was, yeah, on the 31st. Um, when I that so that goes there. Let me think. When Oh yeah, when I first saw this flower here, I looked it up online, and this happens to be a male flower. The female flowers actually have a cucumber. I think this is from the research that I've done. The female flowers have a whatchamacallit, a cucumber that starts growing, right? I think. And so when I looked on my plant, I was like, oh my gosh, all I have are male flowers. Like, am I going to get cucumbers? But then I learned that that's the growing process. They first come up with the male flowers, and then the female flowers come later. So super excited about that. And that happened on the 27th. So that goes there, my first flower. So I was so excited. Yeah. What else do I have? Okay. Um, I know that this is, I'm going to show it quickly because it has an address on it, but this was their, whatchamacallit. I don't know what is happening with my dog. He's irritating my husband apparently. Yeah, let me just get a little thing here. This is their wedding or not wedding, their baby shower announcement, which they sent out a while ago. But anyway, I finally got the picture of it. So that's good. And then we have all of these little things, which I spent some time today doing, before I came in here after I spoke with my aunt on the phone. So this is a picture of the kids' new couch. This is my daughter and her boyfriend. They had there it is. It looks beautiful. So this I need to figure out when they received it on Thursday. That I do know. So let's go ahead and put that in. So yeah, that was super exciting for them. So that goes there. And it fits perfectly, because everything looks so different in the showroom. They have not technically moved into their house yet. It's been, I don't know, maybe a month since they closed on it, got the keys, and so they are just taking their time because they're not in, too much of a rush to get out of my son's house, which is where they're living. Um, so yeah. Oh, this goes on today, or well, today for me while I'm filming this is Sunday. So hurricane season begins today. Ugh, yes. Our hurricane season, let me think. June, July, August, September, October, November. It lasts 5, 6 months. Yeah. So like half of the year is flipping hurricane season. Ugh. Not fun for a Floridian, but we shall see. We shall see. How that goes this year. This is me crocheting the blanket. I finally finished the main part of the blanket. It only took me a year. Oh my gosh. And then I attempted to try to finish it before the shower yesterday, and then I thought, well, I know they're not opening gifts, so I'll just finish it today. My hand looks jaundiced there. I don't know why. The lighting is terrible. So let me think. There I don't know. Okay, this is on the 28th is when I started. Okay, yeah. Oh, that looks nice together, huh? Yeah. Okay, so that goes there. And then these are the little memes that I get off of Facebook or whatevs. So, oh gosh, I forgot to ask you how y'all are doing. How are y'all doing? Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, I have not really come in here to work on really anything. I mean, I think during the week this week I did come in here and I decorated some more pages, and then I did do some journaling. So I have done some journaling. I just need to come in here and obviously finish the journaling. So it's really not that big of a deal. This I thought was funny. People are climbing mountains and zip lining, and I'm feeling good. I got my leg through my underwear without falling down. Yes. Okay. Cheers to the little things in life, right? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe on the 29th, I'll put that because, man, that day I woke up. That's the day that I woke up and I just felt so sore and I had a chill, which just happens, and I just can't seem to get warm. So my sweet hubby, he ran me a bath and I soaked in there for a bit. Yeah. It happens. I'm hoping that it won't happen anymore now that I've stopped taking the medication. So yeah. Um yeah. And then this one is for my husband. Sometimes your strength isn't visible, it's silent. It's in the choice to keep going when no one knows how hard it is to move at all, or the choice to take a break so you'll have the strength to go on later. Yeah. That's just our life in a nutshell, right? So I might put that on this day too. Yeah. Um, did I say my husband? My husband had a dermatology appointment this week, so yeah, hoping all is well with his stuff. He had to have something removed, so we'll see what happens. I don't think it's any big deal. So yeah. And this right here is Melanoma Warrior. Um, yeah. And so this I wanted to put at the beginning of my journal here. I think I'll just put it here or here because May is the melanoma awareness month, right? Yeah, so I think we'll just put that there. And then what else do I have in here? Okay, whoops. Oh, oh no, now I lost it. Oh dear me. Dear me. There it is. Okay, sorry. All right, so this here. Yes, usually on Sundays I come in here and I print out all my stuff for the week or for the last few days and get it all situated. And then, I spend time like this, cutting it all out and putting it where it needs to go. So there's that. And this is some people exercise every day. Meanwhile, I'm watching a show I don't like because the remote fell on the floor. Oh my gosh, that is so me. I don't know. Maybe we'll put that there. Okay, so there is that. Oh yeah, and then I have this right here. We went to Jersey Mike's. My all the time. My poor husband. He's like, "Oh, is there anything whenever we're out? Is there anything you want to eat while we're out?" Um, and I really don't want to eat um, too much fast food. You know what I mean? And if you look at my journal, I mean, you'll see like how many times, do I go to, Burger King or we stop off at Chick-fil-A and, basically we do that because it's convenient, it's right on the way home. We're out many times during the week going to a variety of doctor's appointments. And yeah, a lot of times our appointments are early, so I don't get a chance. I don't really like eating breakfast super early in the morning, so yeah, a lot of times I am hungry by the time we're done. So anyway, that day I was like, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of times I say nope, I don't want to stop off because I don't want to eat fast food again. So I do tend to stop off. I mean, I do tend to say no. I don't want to stop off. I have something at home I could eat or whatever. I go home, I eat like, a cucumber salad or something like that. Oh yeah, this needs to go on there too. So this day I was like, no, no, we'll just when was this? This was Friday, I think. I'm like, no, let's just go home. But on this day, my husband was like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want anything? And I said, you know what I've been having a hankering for? A turkey sub from Jersey Mike's. So we stopped there and it was, oh, it hit the spot. So good. So good. Okay, this is the yarn I used. So let's find out where that went. Right here. So this can go in there. Um, let's see. And I think that's it. Yeah. I don't know if I want any of this or not. You know what? Let's just cut it out just in case. Just in case, I'll stick it in the book. And when I go to do my page, then I'll decide then if I want it or not. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see then. But again, you know, ever since March, I did like so well, or I thought I was doing so well with my journaling and stuff in March, or until March came. And then March came, and it was like everything came to a screeching halt. And I know that there are other people in the journaling community that felt the same way, and I don't know what's going on. And then it carried over into April, but I did get my April journal all together and all the journaling got done and everything. But then I still haven't filmed the flip through for you guys yet. So I need to do that. And then and then May was kind of the same thing, you know, like I've done a pretty decent job of decorating pages and all that kind of stuff. But the journaling, you know, I just have not made the time to come in here and journal. And it's really does not take all that long, you know, because I keep my notes separate in a separate book. So I just have to basically copy them over or expand on my thoughts a little bit because I only put like kind of like bullet points, short sentences about what went on during the day. So anyhow, um yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping June is different. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. And like I said, I don't even have a stinking what is it called? Journal. I have no journal to work in yet. I have not made it yet, which is not that big of a deal. But I would like to figure out what I'm going to kind of do for that. This goes in here. So we'll see about that. I still have not filmed either the Bitbox thing. Um, Yes, and one of you guys asked me, did I know about Allison from AJ's Inspired Life, her item of the month challenge? Yes, I do. I watch all of her challenges. I think it's a really great idea. I do not personally participate for no reason other than it's difficult for me just to get in here and work on my journal with. uh, so I'd like to go through my Bitbox. I have several Bitboxes actually, but the bigger one that I showed you last week, yeah, I would like to go through that, reorganize it some, and then in there, I know that I have papers that I could definitely use for the innards of a journal. So we'll see how that goes. We shall see how that goes. Um, yeah. So otherwise, I think everything has been put in here now. I think. Yeah, because this was the last day of the month. Yep. So I just have to basically go through here and design, the pages. Not too many. Not too many. It's not too bad. It's been worse. Trust me, it's been worse. Yeah. So I have a couple videos that I'd like to film for you guys. So I need to come in here and do that. Yeah, this is looking mighty spiffy though. I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. And by the way, I make my journals out of a white mailing envelope. I happen to really really enjoy the size of it. They don't let me think. They don't like have a huge alligator mouth even though I do put quite a bit of stuff in here. It closes nicely. It sits on my shelf nicely. It's just big enough for what I need. Sometimes, even these days, I will tell you, I tend to have a little, a little too much. space, quite honestly, because I tend to work on double spreads, and I don't know if I'm going to rethink that or not. I'm not sure. So in these books, I put 16 pages folded in half. That gives me 32 surfaces to work on, which is plenty for, a month that has 31 days. But if I cut that in half and only put in 8 pages, then that would be, I would work on, it would be a 1 page spread, So like this would be the first, this would be the second, right? And so on and so forth. So I would have just 1 page to fill in. And so I don't know. I don't know which I want. I'll have to give it a little bit of thought. Yeah, because, inevitably, if I only do a 1 page spread, I'm going to get to the days and then it's going to be like, I'm going to need more than 1 page. I don't know. I might try it for June. And it's only because, our lives right now uh, don't consist of a whole lot. Of course, until the end of this month when our baby is due. Um, yeah. Oh, did I even tell you that? Yes, our grandbaby is due on, or my daughter-in-law is going in for an induction on the 25th of the month. So, yeah. So by the end of this month, we're going to have a baby girl, Lord willing. And so, yeah, toward the end of the month, there'll be a lot more to put in there. But right now, we're basically going to and from the grocery store and to and from doctor's appointments, which has been our lives for the last number of months, the last 2 years. However, I find myself especially in this book, I guess, I found myself with a lot more space, and yeah. So I'm not really sure. And the thing is if I only use one side or I only do a 1 page layout, then if I have more stuff to write about, it's not like I can't put in tucks, tags, pockets, tip ins, tip outs, the whole shebang. So I could still add stuff to each page. I'm not sure. Oh, the conundrum. The conundrum. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to figure it out. But I did want to clear a little bit of stuff off. Oh, yes. And I made my little sign here. There it is. You can read it. There you go. And I painted, this is watercolor paper, very thin watercolor paper, but I painted a little flower on the one that I put on the little bud vase for my sweet daughter-in-law. Yes, to hold her sweet baby's little flowers when she gets old enough to go pick them. Okay, so I need to do my, sorry, let me put this up here. Do my June journal. And again, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do about that. I just really have no idea. I don't know if I just want to use, you know, like, um, like this, just use scrapbook paper, or whether I want to paint it. One idea that I had was that I would paint it going this way with the dots of paint that I do, uh, because June is normally a rainy month here. This is the beginning of our rainy season. So all summer long, we have rain just about every single day. And I've been complaining about it not raining, right? It's been so hot out and we haven't really, look at that. Isn't that cute? I cut this down, I think. But these were, sorry, I'll finish that thought in a second. Isn't that cute? Yeah. These were notepads that I got a couple weeks ago and I cut them down. So I need to put them in the large bit box with everything else I have. Anyway, yeah, I've been complaining that it's been so dry lately. And then starting this week, yesterday we had like a deluge before we went over to my son's for the baby shower, and we were just hoping and praying it wasn't going to rain there. They did have a tent set up with tables, outside in the backyard, so it was really sweet. Yeah, and it turned out to be really great because it wasn't scorching hot. It wasn't super humid. I mean, it was super humid. Let's be real. We're in South Florida, so yeah, you can't really escape the humidity, but it wasn't oppressive, like it can be sometimes. So yeah, it was really comfortable out. It was, overcast all day. Everything was great. We did have, like I said, a deluge, and I had asked my husband earlier. I said, "Oh my gosh," I said, "I need to water the garden because I didn't water it yesterday, and I went out and checked it, and it's super dry." He says, "I wouldn't. I'd wait. I'd wait." And lo and behold, he was right because it came down. And then this morning, I woke up to a thunderstorm. I when I was scrolling this morning while I was having my coffee, I noticed that there was a tornado warning just south of us. So, yeah, my husband said it was really thundering a lot when he was walking the dog. Yeah, and it's been rainy off and on all day today, and it's supposed to rain all week long. So, I might just paint, blue shades of blue circles up and down this way. Normally, I do it horizontally, but, do them up and down this way to represent June, which happens to be what I think, in my opinion, is the rainiest month of the year. So, I got to find time to do that. Yeah. And otherwise, I just have little bits here and there that I need to, put away. Uh, the whole thing with putting away stuff, I know I've had this discussion before and asked you guys, do you clean up as you go? Do you, what do you do? The thing is, every time you clean up, then you come in the next day, you've got to get everything out again, because you're using the same stuff, the rolls of tape, the glue, the pens, the whatever. So is it really beneficial to clean up every time, right? I don't know. And I need to get this mat off my desk too, so I do need to come in here and do a really good cleaning of everything, wipe everything down, change my back paper. Yeah, take this mat away because I was painting, and of course this is like a brand new mat, and I have paint and glue all over it, and I do not want to ruin this, right? So yeah. Oh, look at that big old smudge of paint. Oh, yeah, so I need to clean all this stuff off and yeah, get situated, I guess. Just get situated. And I have to tell you, I have not felt like situated in weeks, months, So, yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. News on the calendar, I have to say, I think I got part of June done, and that was it. Yeah, so I need to either decide whether to just put it on the shelf or whether I'm going to try again. No, not June. I got part of May done. Sorry. So yeah, I need to figure out if I'm even going to continue with that for the rest of the year or just put it on the shelf and ignore it just so that I could focus on just this. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to happen. So, at any rate, I think that's it. I think I've shared with you everything. This is what I have left. So, I have 5 days left to decorate. And these come from Rebecca Hoot. I got them years ago. And so now I am finally getting around to using them, which is great. I think that's all I have to share. I'm pretty sure. Yes. So I need to clean off my desk. I need to go through that bit box, which is just killing me, staring at me, taunting me all the time. I need to finish my decorating and my journaling in my Maybook, which shouldn't be too horrific. And then I need to make my June journal, which it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. The more I think about it, the more I think I might want to just try for June to go down to a 1 page spread, just so I don't feel overwhelmed to fill in two things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride because why not? So I hope y'all have a great great rest of your day, a wonderful week. I thank you so much for spending your time with me. I know how precious time is, and I really, really want to thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. And I will be back soon. Make sure you check out the channel, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, because that way you'll be able to see what videos are coming up next. I know I have a journal with me coming up next, and then hopefully I'll have like the flip throughs and the bitbox and all that kind of stuff. So yes, again, have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.